Give it up for Clara Bell.
Hi guys, I'm happy to see you. Don't give me your names. I have a terrible time remembering people's names. Actually, my friend gave me a tip. She's like, this is what you do. You need to use word association. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, well, you go to a party. You meet a guy named Adam. In your head, you go Adam, A like apple. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. I go to a party. I meet this guy named Mark. Immediately in my head, I'm like, Mark, M like Maple. It works, people. It's my tip from me to you. You guys can have it. You're welcome. I'm happy to be here in San Francisco. I usually perform in Alameda. I'm like huge in Alameda. I don't know if you guys have been there recently, but I'm all over Alameda, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I know a lot of comics, you know, they want to tour America, not me. I just want to tour Alameda over and over again, you know. People stop me all the time. I was like, oh my God, Clara, is this you? Yes, it is. Oh my God, you're here in Alameda. Always. I'm huge here, you know. So I was in Alameda earlier today, and the tourists, it doesn't matter where I am, but tourists always come up to me. Like I had these tourists come up to me today. They were totally panicked. They were like, we're from Alabama, and we've been stuck in Alameda for 3 days because the airlines. We're from Alabama. We've been stuck in Alameda for 3 days because the airlines. And I was like, wow, you guys are so lucky, because you could have been stuck in Alabama for 3 days, and that would have been bad. Actually, I've never been to Alabama, but I've been telling that joke for 20 years. And I think Alabama's pretty shitty because no one has ever stopped me and said, hey, you're wrong. So I will take their no words for it. So how's your first pandemic, you guys? How's that going out for you? Yeah. Before the pandemic, I was a successful Alameda touring comedian. And then the pandemic happened and boom, I'm an at-home school principal. It was great. I always wanted to have the kids. I just didn't want to teach them shit, you know. Wait, you want me to do math now? Oh yeah, there's a reason why I'm a comedian. I don't know how to count. No, it was fine. I mean, I did a great job. I think. I mean, honestly, like a lot of teachers are like, "Oh, our job is really difficult." I didn't find it hard at all. You know, it was just easy. Like, okay, I have 2 kids. First one was a 5th grader, and then a 1st grader, and thanks to me, they just graduated college. So, Claire, what did you teach your kids during the pandemic? Oh, not much. I mostly taught the science teacher how to unmute herself on Zoom. That's what I did every day. It was fine. Oh, yeah, great. Love it. I've actually decided to go back to school. Yeah, no more comedy for me. Yeah. I'm going to become a doctor. So joke's on you. You guys should have laughed at my jokes. I'll become a surgeon. So. But, oh, I recognize you. You didn't laugh at my joke. I'm going to cut you now. That's what's going to happen. One person. Comics and doctors, actually, we have a lot in common. We have a lot. I don't know if you guys know this, but we do have a lot in common. For one, we spend years developing our crafts, you know, only to be given 1 star on Yelp. So that's, you know. I have a friend who has like a ton of like 5-star reviews. Well, what happens is that he has 7 sisters. They all have different last names. And so they've been giving him like amazing review as a cardiologist. The reviews are so good that he's actually considering going to medical school. God, that was a long joke for nothing. Thank you. Out of breath. So let's see. We talked about this. We talked about that. I'm happy that things are reopening, that we're back out. You know, we're back out here. I think it feels kind of weird. You know, it's going to be weird like that for a little. It's especially going to be weird for all the pets when they have to go back to the shelter. You know exactly, you're bringing the dog back, okay? It's like, you know what, it was fine when we were home, but now I want to go places. I don't like you that much, you do snore, so you gotta go back, puppy. You gotta check on your friends during the pandemic. You gotta check on them. I actually called my friend the other day. I was like, hey, how's it going? And she was like, I'm fine. And I hung up. I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm still doing better than she is. So, it's just the little things, just whatever you need to. Thank you. That was a good joke. It's a little bit mean, but it was good. A lot of people moved out of San Francisco during the pandemic. It was too expensive. A lot of people moved out. Not me. I stayed. Couldn't afford it. A friend of mine moved to I don't know where, outside. She bought a little piece of land and some dirt. And she became a naturalist, she built her own house, and she's telling me, she's like, Claire, it's amazing, I'm out in nature, and I'm like, oh, that sounds weird. And she's like, no, it's great, and I'm like, do you have plumbing? She's like, no, not at all. If I have to go, just go in the woods, I dig a hole, that's where I go. And I'm like, wow. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, are you vaccinated? And then she lost her shit. She's like, whoa, you can't ask me that. That violates my HIPAA. And I'm like, but you just told me you shit in the woods. Doesn't that violate something here? Because now I have this image of you, and it's awful. You guys are nice. You're fun. I'm not used to drinking out of this. Where I come from, we have bottles. In Alameda. This is water, by the way. It's not a beer. I'm not an idiot. A lot of people wanted to reopen schools as soon as they shut down. And our parents were mad. People were like, we gotta reopen right now, reopen the schools. It was mostly Trump supporters who wanted the schools to reopen. And I got it. I mean, can you imagine, being stuck at home with kids raised by Trump supporters? Everyththing is a fight. Time for homework. Fake news! You gotta go to bed. It's a hoax! That's a good joke. Kills in Alameda. Let's not be my best joke. I actually don't even fucking live in Alameda. I volunteer a lot at school, so I'm very nice. And I have a lot of time on my hands, so I volunteer a lot at school. And the PTA of my school decided to pay for us to take an anti-bias seminar. And I was like, you know what, I'll go, it's on Zoom, I was like, I could probably learn some things. And I get there, I log on, and the anti-bias seminar is led by 3 white guys. Because they know. I mean, they know about racism, they invented it. So they're talking and talking and talking. After a while, I was like, I'm sorry. So I raised my little hand. And they were like, you can talk. I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. I was like, I don't know, should you guys be leading an anti-bias seminar? And they told me to shut up. So I did, because they know. So, that was a great joke. You guys, I apologize, I'm a little bit rusty, but you know what, I'm still great. So, this, yeah. Thank you, you can clap. Yeah, you can clap. I got vaccinated a while back. I think it opened for us my friends would call me and say, oh, the vaccination is open for you. You can get vaccinated. I'm like, I'm not 50, asshole. It's just like, yeah, thanks for calling. And as soon as I was vaccinated, I was happy. I went to see a friend. I was like, oh, let's have coffee. And we had coffee on a parklet. And it was my first time out in 18 months, and we have coffee on a parklet. And it was great. We didn't have the mask on. And I felt a sneeze coming, And then I totally panicked because I was just like, oh my God, what's the protocol? And then I sneezed, and then I just ran. I left. I was just like, I can't be here. So anyways, I haven't seen that friend, which is fine. All right, looking at my notes again, totally fine. I don't know if you guys can tell from where you're sitting, but I'm actually French. Why are you laughing? Thank you. At least I got some reaction. Usually when I tell people that I'm French, I get nothing. It's like, I am French. It's fine. It happens to a lot of people. French people mostly, but it's totally fine. It's fine. I like being French. Is there any French people here? Any French, one person? Right here? Yes or no? No. French people don't go woo. I know you guys think that French people go woo all the time. They don't. Whenever I ask if there is French people in the show, French people never say anything, but they'll come and see me at the end of the show and be like, oh my God, Clara. Your accent is impeccable. How come you do not have a French accent when you speak English? No, I was like, no, I do have a French accent, but when I speak French. I like to keep them separate as much as possible. Why don't I have a French accent? Well, I don't want to sound like an idiot 24/7. Oh, fuck you. How about you go back to engineering school, figure out how to pronounce that word. I can't believe you know how to build shit, yet you don't know how to say that word. I was a bit mean. I apologize. I was a bit mean. So I am French, it's fine. A lot of people want to know, Claire, what is it like being French? I'm like, yeah, it's not that great. We have health insurance. I know you guys don't care about that shit. I have health insurance. Okay, so what is it like being French? Well, I have 2 accordions at home. I don't play, but it is the law. My mother actually plays. She doesn't want to play, but what happened is that she got a few traffic tickets, and her punishment was to learn to play the accordion. And oh my God, you guys, she wants to kill herself every day. But she lives in France, and we don't have guns there, so voila. I went to France not too long ago. I went to France. I bought myself a French Alexa. Do you guys have Alexas here? Yeah, a few people? Yeah. I got myself a French Alexa, and oh my God, you guys, the attitude on French Alexa. Oh my God. Every day it's a battle. Every day it's like, French Alexa, can you play Mozart Sonata? I do not feel like listening to music right now. French Alexa, play Mozart Sonata. No. French Alexa, play Mozart Sonata. You cannot make me. I lost you on the French. It's fine. Oh, did you guys vote, by the way? How many people voted? Already, you guys. Yeah, good job. Very good. How many people are waiting to forget their ballot on their kitchen table? No? Who's not going to vote? You're not going to vote? You're foreigners? Yeah, get the fuck out. If you were to vote, of course you're a foreigner, Abercrombie and Fitch. No one in America wears that shirt. Sorry. Let me guess. Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Holland. Where? Czech Republic. I don't know where it is. I knew when I was French, but I just became American not so long ago. Forgot everything. Czech Republic, welcome. How's your health insurance? And the women too? Are you guys also Czech Republic? Kim? Welcome. Some people don't want to vote. Like, okay, there's an election for the recall. Everybody's mad at the governor because he ate a French Laundry, which is a great French restaurant. Anyways, you guys wouldn't know because you probably don't have the money to go. It's very expensive. I've been many times. Anyways, whatever. So that's why everybody's mad at him. Like, Gavin Newsom, he eats in restaurants. So I want people to vote. I want people to vote, and I'll tell you why. I recently became American, and I actually did not want to become American, but I saw how you guys voted in 2016, and I was like, man, these people need help. Okay? So I did not become American so that you guys would not vote. Okay, so just go ahead there and vote. Oh, thank you. Yes, fine. That's fine. Anyways, so I voted. I voted for him to get recalled. Of course I didn't. You know what California needs right now? A Republican. That's what we need. Look at Texas. Look at Florida. They're doing so well. That's right. We're doing too well here. You know, we need to simmer down. I think the Republicans do just that. Have you guys been to Florida yet? Why? No, don't go. I've been in Florida before the pandemic, and now I feel like it's my duty to spread the word. Do not go. Go to Florida, I go to a coffee shop. The guy in front of me is ordering a coffee, and he's getting in a bit of a tiff with the barista, and it's getting heated, and then I see that he has a gun in his back pocket, and I'm like, oh my God, whatever it is, make it decaf. Okay, decaf. I was in Florida for 2 weeks. My hair looked like shit for 2 weeks. You know, the humidity, just like big hair, you know, awful. And I was so angry because I would do my hair at the hotel, fix my hair, and then I would go outside, and then I'd go back in, fix my hair again, and then I'm like, God damn it, you know, give me a gun. I gotta vote Republican. This is fucking bullshit. Anyways, I get it, you know, I understand. It's all the hairdryer industry's fault. They should fix it. Anyways, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be out of my house, you know, because in my house I have these things. They're like kids. And I don't know if you guys have them, but we can all agree, like. Actually, I love my kids. I feel like I have to say that. I love my kids. They're the reason why I'm a stand-up comedian. I'll tell you. I was going to quit stand-up comedy when I had the kids, and then I put up with the bedtime routines. And after a few months, I was like, oh my God, I can't deal with this bedtime bullshit. I got to go back out there. You know, I'd rather talk to strangers who are drunk and not laugh than read this one same book every single fucking night. What? Okay, it's time for bed. Oh, you want to? What book? Maybe we could take a no. Oh, you want Caillou? Oh, yeah, that's great. I don't know if you guys know Caillou or not. He's Canadian. Everybody's like, Canadians are awesome people. No, they're not, because they wrote Caillou. Oh, Caillou. I know, I love my kids. They're great. They're fine. I mean, all right. I'll tell you why I have children. I always wanted to have pets, you know, but I wanted to make sure that I would be a good mother to my pets. So I had the kids first, you know, to practice, and now you guys, oh my God, I have these two beautiful cats, and we're so proud of them. They're homeschooled. They're great. Oh my God, I love my cats. I live in Berkeley. I didn't say this earlier. Yeah, are you guys from Berkeley?
Yeah.
Do we know each other? Have you been to Alameda lately?
Yeah.
Live in Berkeley. And I don't know if you guys know this about Berkeley, but my husband and I had a really hard time trying to adopt cats in Berkeley. They want to know where you live. They want to know about your home. You know, they want to visit the house. You know, we had the hardest time getting cats. And one day I went to the cat adoption agency, and the woman, the receptionist, asked me. She said, "You know, why do you want a cat?" and what makes you qualified to have a cat? And I'm like, well, I want one. I don't know if you guys have seen cats, but they're kind of douche. So, like the fact that I want one is great. Anyways, she's like, are you going to let the cats go outside? Of course I am going to let the cats go outside. I have a huge yard, it's humongous. And of course I'm going to let the cats go outside. And she lost it. She was like, oh my God, you're never going to get a cat. You're going to let your cat go outside. The cat's going to get hit by a car. It's going to die. You're never going to get a cat. And oh my God, you guys, I was so upset. I was so upset. I went back to France. I got myself 2 kittens. Flew back directly to the ASPCA. And I was like, look at me now. My cats. I have 2 cats. Yeah. And, well, actually, I only have 1 because I let them go outside. Turns out she knew what she was talking about. Like a real pro. Anyways, whatever. So I have the cats. I do have the kids too because I'm sexually active. I fuck and deliver, like literally. I don't know what you guys do with your fucking, but I make people. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you guys. But anyways, it's fine. So I do have kids, and they're fine. I have kids. My friend sent me an article the other day. The article said that women who do not have children and who are not in a relationship are the happiest group of people on earth. I read that article. I was like, oh my God, I think I've made a huge mistake. It was not easy for me to talk to my kids and be like, dude, you guys gotta go. I want to be happy, And eventually they got it. They left. Right before they left, I was like, well, you guys, hold on. Here's your 1 book. Here's your Caillou. That's also a really good joke. Anyway, so I have the kids. Kids are fine. I curse a lot. I'm aware of it. It's not that I want to curse. But I was reading an article in a magazine. The article said that smart women curse, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'll give it a try. And oh my God, it so works, like so much smarter. You guys can ask me anything, I know the fucking answer. So yeah, my daughter is learning about sex ed at school, and I'm so envious, because when I was going to school, we didn't learn about sex ed, like everything you needed to know about sex, you had to learn it on the field. Literally, like the soccer field, because I grew up in Europe. I'm a bit jealous. Alright, it's fine. You know who are the real heroes out there? Dads. The way they make kids, and then just look at them, and don't do shit. My friends call me all the time, oh my God, Clara, your husband is such a hero. He watches the kids while you do stand up at night. They're his kids too. Nah, he's a hero. You're just a woman. Oh my God, enough. One time, he flew by himself from San Francisco to Los Angeles, a 45-minute trip. People were losing their minds. People were like, make way, make way! Father traveling with 2 kids, make way, make way! The women are looking at him like, oh my God, look at him, he's not even holding them upside down. Call me. All right, for the guys, removing the bra. Should you guys like this? No, it doesn't work like that. You guys in the airplane, the pilot is like, oh, I have an announcement to make. We have a father traveling alone with 2 kids. If you guys could give him your pretzels. You know how dads love pretzels. Let's just give him a big round of applause. I guess it gets to his head sometimes, because the other day he came home, he's like, I guess I am a hero. I did babysit the kids the other day. I was like, you can't call it babysitting when it's your own kids. Okay, we're in separation. No? Okay. It's fine. I don't need this shit. Family loves me. A lot of people got animals during the pandemic. I got myself a puppy as well. And I was telling my friends, I was like, oh, I want a dog, I want to get a dog, I want a puppy, I want a puppy. And everybody's like, oh, you know what you need to do? You need to get a rescue. Get a rescue, Clara, get a rescue. I'm like, no, that's great, for you. I want an expensive dog. That's what I want, I want people to look at my dog and be like, dang, that looks like an expensive dog. I was like, yeah, what's his name? $3,000. We call him 3K for short. Come here, 3K, come here. I love my dog so much, you guys. I bought all these books on puppy training and all that stuff, how to have the best puppy, the best relationship. Crazy part is, like, I already have 2 kids, I did not buy one parenting book. But the puppy, like, I don't want to fuck up the puppy. Okay? I want the puppy to be happy. Got so mad the other day because my son was eating a hot dog, and he dropped the hot dog, and the dog ate the hot dog. And I was like, oh no, it's such bad food! I don't want my dog eating the hot dog! What did you do? I called the vet, and I was like, oh my god, my dog just ate a hot dog, what should I do? And the vet is like, induce vomiting, induce vomiting. Yes, because I am part of because I have this dog, I belong to a Facebook group now, and about the dog, and people ask questions about the dogs and stuff. And this woman asked this question. She goes, "Hey, for those of you who let the dog sleep in the bed, what do you do when you want to get intimate?" And I'm like, "Oh no, you're not supposed to fuck the dog." You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.
Everybody.